get fear in maths. You have to find the path to overcome fear in maths. You will get success in that. To overcome fear in maths, you will get success in that.
Hello students, welcome to our channel Fearless Maths Class. Today's topic be real number. This is standard class 10 and now I discuss the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, before I start the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, I just discuss about the composite number. What is composite number? What is prime number? All of you know, but you have forgot also. Now I just discussed what is prime number. The number which has only two factors, 1 and itself. This is called the prime numbers. And what is composite? The numbers which has more than two factors, 1 and itself, more than, other than 1 and itself, at least one factor, the number has, this number is called composite number. That means 4, 9, 8, 4. If you do the prime factorization of 4, what you get? 2 into 2 into 2 into 1. This is. Then for factor of 4 be 1, 4 and 2 also. 1 and itself except and it has another factor 2. Now the fundamental theorem of arithmetic B, every composite number can be expressed, that means factorized, as a product of primes. Every composite number expressed as a product of prime, and this factorization is unique. You cannot do different type of prime factorization of any number. This is unique. This is unique. Apart from the order in which the prime factorization occur. Okay. Now I give an example. Just you express this number as a product of primes. All of you know the prime factorization from the class 5, 6 you already do. Just I discuss here. This is the prime factorization you have to do now. But do 7, 0, 2, 35 and 5, 7 like this. Then the prime factorization is 140 is become 2 into 2 into 5 into 7. You cannot do any other prime numbers factorize this number. This is unique. This is called unique. And the next one, you must factorize this one by 5. 5 ones are 5. 0, 0, 5 ones are 5. And next, you just do, this is divisible by which number? The number is divisible by, this is prime. This is a prime. Okay, just I try to do this number by 11 also. Then you cannot do this one. You put 0 and 100 is here. 11 nines are 99 and 1 91. Okay. Then this one 13. 13 sevens are. No? 13 sevens are? Yes. 3 sevens are 21, 1 and 2 carry and the 9. 13 sevens are 91. Then the prime factorization of this number become, you cannot do any other prime numbers. This is unique. This is the main fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Any composite number can be expressed as product of primes and this is unique. Okay, this is the prime factor. This is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, very important theorem. Now I discuss the sum under the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Find the LCM and HCF of 6, 72 and 120 using prime factorization method. In the last video I already discussed find the HCF by Euclid's division lemma, by the Euclid's division algorithm also. Now you just find the HCF and LCM by the prime factorization method. Just you do prime factorization individually. Okay, this is 36, 2, 18, 2, 9, 3, 3, then 120, then 2, then 30, then 15, then 5, then 3. Okay, this is 6 is become 2 into 3, you already know. You just again this is 2 cube and 3 square also. And 120 is 2 cube into 3 into 5 also. Okay, now just the common is HCF. The common number the common is 2 and another common is 3. Then HCF is 6 and the LCM, all of you know the common thing and the uncommon thing also. This is 6 you already write HCF into the rest of the numbers. The rest of the numbers become, here you already take 1, 3 and then the rest 3 is here. You already take 1, 2 and here also 2 cube. You take another 2 into 2 also. Okay. Now the another thing is this. This one is 5 also. Okay. Then 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20, 23s are 60, 66 are 36, 0. Okay. This is the LCM. Now I discuss the given, this is the answer and this is also the answer, LCM and HCM by the prime factorization. Now the given the another next question be, given that HCM of this number be this, find the LCM. All of you know the formula LCM into HCF is equal to product of two numbers. Okay. Then HCF is given here. LCM you don't know, you just find the LCM. HCF is given here and the product of two numbers be, the two numbers be this one. Then you just find by division and multiplication, then division, then you get the answer of LCM. Okay, just you do here 3 9s are 27 and 9 4s are 34, and just you do the multiply and then you get the answer of the LCM. Okay, multiplication become 2 3 3 8. Then the LCM is, I write the clearly here, this is 22,338. This is the LCM. Okay, how do you find the LCM and HCF? Just to do this process. Now I discuss another topic. Now I start the another topic. Root 3 is irrational number. Just I prove this one. Let us assume root 3 is rational number. Okay. Rational number. You already know what is rational number. The number which can be expressed as p by 2. Then root 3 is also the same. Let us assume. Then squaring both sides, we get what is this? Root 3 square, then a square by b square. Then that implies 3b square is a square. Okay. Now this one, the a square is the 3 and 3 into b square. Then a is not a prime. What is rational number? The number which is expressed as p by q, and p and q are prime. P and q are prime. Okay, next, then I write here a square is 3b square. That means a is divisible by 3. Okay, a is divisible by 3, and then I take a is another thing to see here. I take divisible by 3, that means a is let. A is 3c. Just I put here a instead of a. 3c square is 3b square. That means 9c square is 3b square. Okay. Now here I can say, just I write here also. B square is 3c square. Again I say B is also divisible by 3. B is also divisible by 3, and here I say, look, A is also divisible by 3. That's why B and A are not here P and Q, not here A and B are prime. Okay, what is rational number? The number which can be expressed as P by Q or A by B, where A, B and prime and B not equal to 0, then you say this is the rational number. I already assumed that this is the rational number. Okay, now I look here. A is divisible by 3, B is also divisible by 3, then A and B has a common factor 3. Okay, but this is not the properties of the rational number. These A and B are prime. There is no common factor other than 1. That's why I must say that my assumption is wrong. Then I write, therefore, root 3 is irrational number. Root 3 is irrational number. Okay, just you write what I say, you write in your copy. I don't write the board. You just write what I say. What is this? I repeat again the discussion. Let us assume root 3 is a rational number. That means root 3 can be expressed as A by B. A and B are prime, B not equal to 0. All of you know the definition of rational number. Now squaring both sides we get. Because a square column first, I square in both sides. Okay, then I get, this is 3b square is A square. That means A is divisible by 3. I just take A is another term is 3c. Just put 3c instead of A. That's here is and here is. Then squaring 9c square is equal to 3b square. Just I write here also b square is 3c square. Then also I say b is also divisible by 3. Then A and B has a common factor 3. This is not the definition of the rational number. Here A and B are prime. Must be, then I say must be root 3 is irrational number. Now I discuss this one is a irrational number. Now I discuss 5 minus root 3 is a irrational number. The process is same. Let 5 minus root 3 is rational number. Okay, just the same process. Then you take 5 minus root 3 is A by B. You also take rational number. Here A and B is prime and B not equal to 0 also. Just write this. And then you just take here, just side change. 5 minus A by B is root 3. Then 5B minus A is B is root 3. Okay. Now this one is root 3. Root 3 is what? Root 3 is irrational number. I already proved here root 3 is irrational number and A and B prime number if you multiplication this one, multiplication then subtraction this one, these must be the rational number. You multiplied by prime number multiplied by 5, then also be the rational number, and minus also be the numbers prime number, then you divide it by b, this is also be the rational number. This part is rational number and this part you already proved this part is irrational number. This is contradiction. This is the contradiction. Left hand side is says this is rational number. Left hand side is this is rational number and right hand side is irrational number. Okay, this is contradiction. Left hand side is rational, right hand side is irrational. This is contradiction. Then my assumption is wrong. Then 5 minus root 3 is must be irrational number. Now you write therefore 5 minus root 3 is irrational number. You just do like this also. Okay. Now this is my last topic of the video. What is this? This is the another theorem I just discussed here. Let x be a rational number. What is rational number? It can be expressed as p and q. P whose decimal expansion terminates. The rational number I already said in my previous class. Rational number terminate and whose decimal expansion terminate and recurring. Whose the rational number is that whose decimal expansion is terminate, and you already read in class 9 whose decimal expansion is terminate and whose decimal expansion is recurring. Okay. Now let x be the rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. Then x can be expressed as in the form p by q. All of you know rational number expresses p by q whose where p and q are co-prime. I already said prime teacher are co-prime whatever, and the prime factorization of q is of the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m, where m and n are non-negative integer. This is, listen very carefully, non-negative integers. Then terminate rational number can be, the denominator can be expressed as 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m, where m and n are non-negative integer. That means positive integer. Now you just without expansion, without decimal expansion, you just see and say this number and this number, which number are terminating rational number. Just you do the prime factorization of this number. Don't do the decimal expansion. Just you see and you say which number is terminating rational number. Just you do like this. This one, 2, 5. Then you do again 5. Then do then this. This number is become 13 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to the power 5, and here is no 2's. That means you must write 2 to the power 0. Then the denominator u transfer to this form where n is 0 and n is 5. Okay. Then you just see and say this is the terminating decimal number. Terminating decimal number. Now just you do like this. This one. This is 2 cube. Here is no 5. That means 5 to the power 0. Okay. Just you look and say this is also be terminating, because here n is 3 and m is 0. There is no other factor here. And you just look at this. This is 2 square is here. 5 to the power 7 also be here. But this is the another factor present here. That's why this is non-terminating. This is non-terminating. terminating decimal. This is non-terminating decimal number. Okay, you don't do the decimal expansion, just you look the factor of the denominator, just you say which terminating or non-terminating, whatever. This is non-terminating, this is terminating. This is terminating decimal number. This is also be terminating, and this is non-terminating. Okay. Now that's all for today. You collect the sums from the any book in class 10 standard. Please do in your home. Practice, practice and practice. If you have doubts, please you tell me in the comment section. Write in the comment section. If you like my video, please press the like button. Comment in the comment section. Please share my channel and please subscribe my channel also. And you put the bell icon to get the further notification. That's all for today. Thank you very much.